Hello everybody, it is Zoe and welcome back to another new video on my channel. I'm very excited for this one. This is going to be my new bullet journal setup for the second half of 2021 as well as my setup for July of 2021. So this is my new journal that I'm going to be using. It is a Leuchtturm 1917 A5 dotted grid journal. I have been using this type of journal for a couple of years now. I really like it. It has about 250 pages. I just got it from Barnes & Noble. I am going to start by making this quote page as the first page in my journal. And I chose this quote by Walt Disney, of course. If you've been here a while, you know I'm obsessed with Disney. So this just says, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them, which I think is just always a good reminder that you can do whatever you put your mind to. I'm just using 3 black pens for this spread. I wanted to keep it simple. So I have my Pigma Micron pen. I believe this is the 03 size. My Tombow Fujinosaki brush pen, a black Crayola super tip marker, and then my black Muji gel pen in 0.38. Well, I think it's Muji. I got it off Amazon. I'm pretty sure it's not actually Muji because it's not as good as the ones I used to get. I think it's just a knockoff, but it works well enough, so I keep using it. But I'm not entirely sure that is actually a Muji pen, but it's fine. Next, I am doing my grid guide. I just use some Tombow brush pens to do the lines. I use like the marker side, which I like never use, and then I just split this into quarters, thirds, and halves. And this is just really useful to go back and look at as I'm doing various spreads. My next spread I thought would be a fun little spread to do. It's just an about me spread, and honestly I was just in the mood to doodle, so I decided to do this whole spread just about things that I love. I just thought it'd be a cute little idea. So I have about me in purple, of course, because purple is my favorite color. And then I have how long I've been bullet journaling for, and I drew a little bullet journal up at the top, and it's in green because it's supposed to match this bullet journal. Then, of course, I had to include a little England doodle. For those of you who don't know, I am English and American. I was born in England, my parents are English, so I have those British roots in me. Gotta do a ballet. I am so proud of the way that this point shoe and leg turned out. I think it's, wow, I'm like not a drawer. Like I cannot really draw that well. This is just something I do for fun. So like the fact that that actually kind of looks realistic-esque, I was so proud of it. Gotta include some other things that I love. Of course, Harry Potter, Villanova, my university. I go there, in case you didn't know. Love for NOLA. I used to live there and I miss it a lot, so I wanted to include that. I was also really annoying and I drew a calculator on my About Me page because I'm studying engineering, and I was like, there are a lot of things I could try to draw to represent engineering, but a calculator is like really easy to do, so I'm just gonna do that. So that was the decision behind what I wanted to draw for engineering. So yes, apparently I love calculators, and that just describes who I am. Anyway, this is a completed spread. I really like how it turned out. Okay, moving on to the next spread. So I love watching movies. I love having movie nights. So I wanted to have a place where I could track all the movies that I watch, what I think about them, whether I'd want to watch them again, and when I watch them. So I decided to make this little movie spread. Again, I'm using similar pens that I used on the quote page. I have my Tombow brush pen, my Micron pen. I believe I use a 0.8 anytime, or 0.8, I don't know what the actual size is. Anytime that I'm doing lines in this journal, it's the thickest one that I have, and I really like the lines to be nice and thick. So that's what I'm using there, and I'm using my fake Muji pen for any words that I write. Then I just did this fun little design on the outside. I tried to make it look like popcorn. The 3 popcorn boxes on the bottom are very not symmetrical, and it is kind of annoying me, but I'm just gonna live with it. Like, it's fine. They look like popcorn, they're fun, and I actually really think that this spread is cute, and I hope I remember to use it, because that's always my problem with these spreads that I put in the beginning of my journal. I always forget to use them. The next spread is just a really simple one. I love having a little brain dump in my bullet journal. I think it's really convenient just to have somewhere to write random thoughts down. So I decided to put a brain dump on the top half and then quotes I like on the bottom half, because I always like doing these quote pages in my bullet journal and I can never think of a quote to actually write. The next spread that I'm doing is my reading log and reading tracker. And honestly, you guys, I love this spread so much. I have been so into reading lately. Like, my middle school self has just come right back out and is thriving off of reading a ton of books. I literally read like 6 books in June, which is more than I think I read all of last year. So I'm just in a very reading mood and I want to track it, and I hopefully will actually be able to fill up these little shelves that I did. Again, I'm just kind of using the same pens that I've been using throughout this whole spread, except I do have this white gel pen that I'm using as well. These are just Uniball Signo pens. I believe I got off of Amazon. It came with like a silver, gold, and the white. And then I drew some flowers and leaves, of course, on my bookshelves. And I'm just so excited to be reading again. Right now I'm reading Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I'm really enjoying it, I think. I don't know, I have some mixed feelings about it, but I'll probably talk about that in another video, so I won't bore you guys too much with that. I'm thinking I'm gonna do more like reading vlogs and such on my channel in the next couple of months. I hope that that's okay. I hope you guys like that kind of thing. I'm excited for it, I think. I'm looking forward to that kind of content because that's just been like what I've been watching recently. And I blame Book Talk all the way. It's all Book Talk's fault that I'm back into reading, but I'm not complaining too much. My next spread is my year at a glance spread. So I literally never look at these once I do them in my bullet journal. But you never know, and I feel like they're a good divider. Like, I can't not put in some kind of year at a glance because I just want some kind of way to reference where I am in the year whenever I'm looking at a particular spread. But I didn't put a ton of effort into this. I tried to keep it pretty simple. I just literally made it look like a bunch of calendars on this spread. Also, these spreads take so much time to do because of the dates, and I'm always so scared of messing up the dates. So something that I do is I always go through and like put the Sunday dates first. I feel like there's much less of a chance that I'm gonna mess it up if I do it that way. Or at least the mess up won't like carry through, because that's like my worst nightmare. Also, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but I do wear like several different shirts in this video. I filmed this over the course of several days, so I am wearing several different outfits throughout this. Anyway, that is the end of my setup for the year, so now we can move on to my July setup. I decided to go with this like popsicle ice cream feel. I really just wanted something super summery that got me very excited for summer. So I drew all these popsicles on here, including a twister, which is literally like my absolute favorite ice lolly ever, and they simply don't do them in America, and it is really heartbreaking to me. I just used a combination of various colors of Tombow pens and then also my Crayola Super Tips, and then just outlining them with that fake Muji pen. And then I did the brush lettering in the middle with the same Tombow Funasaki pen that I was using earlier. And I think this theme is like really cute. Like, I love the bright colors. I've been super into bright colors for June, I used inspiration from Amanda Rach Lee, and I did like a whole Y2K theme, and it was so bright and so colorful and not like anything I'd done in my bullet journal before, and I literally loved it. So I definitely wanted to kind of carry that through because it really just gave me such good summer vibes. So after my like titled July page, I like to use this casual magic page, which is something that I've been inspired to do by Unjaded Jade. And it's just a place to kind of write down just a moment from your day. And I really like it because it's like not a big commitment, but you can just write down any kind of little magical thing that happened. And it really just helps to like romanticize your life a little more. She did a whole video about it. I'll link it below if you haven't seen it. Next spread that I'm doing is just my habit tracker. I am tracking 6 habits this month. So I have reading, workout, journal, meditate, floss, and stretch. And the vibe that I was going with here, I can't decide if it's like chocolate syrup on top of ice cream or if it was like waffle cone type feel. Either way, very summery vibes, very like ice cream, popsicle, cake celebration type things going on with all these sprinkles that I did, but then like the waffle cone feel kind of comes from the lines on the habit tracker. And overall I just really like this spread. Like hopefully it'll keep me motivated to actually get my habits in check. And then the last spread that I am doing in this setup video is another brain dump. I just like to have somewhere to write things down in the month, like things I want to make sure I get through this month or things I want to get through next month, or just ideas for future bullet journal spreads. I just like having somewhere to write that down that's a little more organized because I could just put it all in that spread I used at the beginning, but I feel like I wouldn't look at it quite so much. And that is everything completed. So here is a quick flip through of all the spreads that I did in this video. Honestly, these all actually took me forever to do. I'm not even gonna lie, I had like 3 hours of footage, and that doesn't even include all the time that I spent outlining it in pencil beforehand because I was feeling very picky with this. Sometimes I go straight into my journal with absolutely nothing on the page and I just do it, and other times I really make an effort to sketch it all out first. And that was just kind of the mood I was in for this one. So if you like any of these spreads, please make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys use a bullet journal or if you started a new bullet journal for this half of the year, and what spread you use the most. I'm curious. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!